Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for even coming here to watch this video. I appreciate you so much. So today is very early in the morning. It's just gone 5 a.m. and it is a Wednesday the 26th of February and we are going to go and run 5 kilometers. I can't even believe this because when I did my YouTube just last month, I was saying that I wasn't sure when I was going to be running again, and it's really compounded and it's going really well. So I just wanted to take you with me today, show you my morning routine because I get up just, well, at 5 a.m. I'm going to go for my run. I'm going to talk you through what's been happening and what the progress has been, and actually just help you understand perspective of like how if you've just started running or you've had an injury, why I'm progressing it like I am and how you would maybe do that yourself as well. So let's go and get ready because we need to get out for this run. Let's go. So we're having electrolytes. Now it's 5:26. So even with like getting my stuff sorted, like it still just takes me a minute, like still takes me half an hour to get out of the house. So I'm super prepared with everything in the morning. I literally just put my electrolytes in my water. I am gonna take my creatine, probiotics and vitamin C, but I'm gonna take them with me. I've actually been starting to just take, although like some research shows that creatine is better to take before you train. For me, I have really sensitive digestion, so I'm actually going to take it like in my water with my meal straight after I exercise. And the same with these as well. Most like vitamins and probiotics, etc., are better with food, so I'm just going to take them afterwards. But obviously, I just want to show you, like as you saw, I'm already like my clothes are laid out, my stuff's all prepared. When I go out for a day as well, if I didn't prepare my stuff, it would take me so much longer. So if you're like going to the gym or whatever that might be for you in the morning, so like just have all your stuff laid out and, you know, I've got all my clothes packed already, shoes are ready to go, drinks and everything is ready to go so that I'm prepared. My fitness pal is already filled out. So I think the success for most people don't realise, like it lies in your evening routine and like what it is you're willing to do before you go to bed. So they're all the things that I'll do like as I'm making my dinner or waiting for my dinner to cook. Or just before I go to bed, just to make sure I'm like super prepared. So we are prepared now. It's literally 5:27 and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go drive to the car park, do my warm up, and let's go, baby. So we're now in the car park. I've just driven to where I am. It's now 6 a.m. So we're ready to go. I'm just gonna do a quick warm up. So I use a band actually to warm up because where I've got obviously the problem with my disc, they essentially feel that the disc is healed, but the problem is that the nerve runs down through your glute med, and there's a slight weakness in my glute on this side as well, probably from the back injury. So it seems to be that whenever the muscle gets tight, the nerve gets compressed, but they believe that the nerve is now being compressed from my glute down, which is why they believed that I could run, which is right. So we'll trust what they say. Well, not they, it's Sam. I trust what the boss says. So I just make sure that I activate the glute before the run. Most of the time I have actually got like I can feel the nerve down my leg and it makes almost my leg feel a little bit numb, like it makes my foot feel like pins and needly. But it's not getting any worse. It's very intermittent. It's very low. It's like a 2 out of 10 compared to like it was like a 6 or 7 out of 10. So it's definitely improving. I think it's just gonna be one of those things that takes adaptation and time to get back to where it needs to be. So yeah, long story short, I'm gonna show you what my warm-up is, do my glute activation, and that's what I'll do before every run. When I was running the marathon, I would do the same, but just not the glute activation. And do you know what? This is something that I will keep in the program forever now, because actually in the realization is that of course like the glute does most of the work when we're running. It's obviously of course like where the leg stems from. So actually in reality, if we can make sure that the glute is activated and ready for the exercise that we're about to endure, especially with long distance running, then it can only help us, can't it? So yeah, let's go. So this is for your hip flexors, which is in here. So as we're lifting up, we're just essentially warming the muscle up before it goes through thousands and thousands and thousands of steps of repetition. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that people forget about running is like, people think that running is just like you literally just go out the door. But there's so much forgetfulness in that the amount of your weight times goes through your body weight. There's so many different theories on that, but it's at least 8. And that, I think you're forgetting that your muscle goes through thousands of reps of repetition. And it's almost like, I feel like people treat running as if it's like you can just do it and your body will just respond. And then people get so surprised when they get injured, or like 30 to 70% of runners get injured every year. And like, whether it be any fault of their own, like so many people like myself, like you can't anticipate some of the injuries that are going to come, and mine may or may not have come from running, probably. But some of them are just like, they're things that you can't control, but there's so much that is in people's control. And for some reason, yeah, it just seems like people just don't take running that seriously, which is so crazy, because it is the most impactful exercise that you can do. You're using your whole entire body, and you're putting your whole entire body's weight through one leg at a time, at speed and impact. And it's crazy. So if there's one bit of advice that I can give you from, not that my injury is caused by not warming up or not activating, I think that's one of the things that kept me like pretty much niggle free for like 3.5 years. I had like one little thing for 2 weeks in all of the years running that I did, with 90k a week. Like, we literally went into the marathon like niggle free. So I think that's one of the biggest things that's kept me from being niggle free. I honestly believe that. It's just the ability to make sure that I'm warmed up and activated. So it's just taking like 10 minutes of your time. Like, it's no time at all, considering that how you'd feel if you were going to have 9 months off training. And trust me, you don't fucking want that. You don't want that. So now we're just warming up the glute. So you've got the glute med, the glute max. I haven't got any glute max anymore. So we're actually just labeling the glute med, which is right here in the side. And actually, it's quite a difficult muscle. And that's, for me, that's the problem there. So I'm just making sure I'm just doing this nice and gently. Don't need any sudden movements, relaxing my foot, and really just allowing muscle to wake up, get activated, and get prepared for what it's about to go through. Again, hip flexors, one of the main muscles that's going to get used as well as you're running. Obviously, we're in this motion. Woo! Ash, fiery AF. Right, that's it with the glute band. Don't need to do too much, just make sure everything's awake. Woo. Get this like shooting pain, not pain, shooting feeling in my back. And you've got something there called the QL. It just gets tight AF. Have a sports massage every week, but all good, she's just speaking. And then when we're warming up, try and make it dynamic. So dynamic means moving as you're doing something. So rather than static stretching is actually the thing that you don't want to do, because we don't want the muscle to be loose when we're running. We want the muscle to almost like, we want it to be stiff. We want the muscle to be stiff. So the idea of warming up is just allowing the blood flow to get to the muscle, which is super helpful for 1, performance, and 2, just preventing from injury. It's like going into the gym and just back squatting 100 kilos when you're not warmed up for it. I know that some of you probably do that. And it's like a ticking time bomb. So it's making sure that, like with a back squat, you would do 1 set of 40, 60, 80 for a couple of reps, and then you go into 100. And what that would mean is 1, you're warmed up, but 2, your performance would be better. So people that perform well are people that warm up in the gym running. So you wouldn't see an athlete skipping a warm up. Come on guys, you're basically athletes. We're basically athletes. So we're just doing literally squats, lunges, simple stuff. Doesn't need to be complicated. It isn't complicated. Yeah, I can really feel those legs warmed up. And then we're gonna do calf raises, a little bit of a hold. Okay, so it's getting the body ready for some impact, really. So there's no maybe set routine for me, and just making sure that get the blood flowing, get the body ready for some impact. Doing a little bit of high impact stuff. Even if you do B skips. I think we're ready to go. Nice. It did take me 13 minutes, but I was talking, so alas, I would take that. I don't think that's much time at all. And then this is the progression that we've been following. So I have been progressively essentially increasing the interval that I've been doing. So I'm doing short interval, and then the intervals are getting longer, and the overall distance is getting longer as well. I'm having about 50 meters walking in between this, and eventually what the goal is to combine all these together. So do 300 meters, 300, 600, 800, 800, 2k at the end, and then eventually I'll compress it all together over time. But just taking it really steady, doing 2 runs a week, and just making sure that my body's nice and warmed up before it's getting impacted too much at the end, and that's overall the goal. So I'll probably stick to these 150 meters, but maybe I'll take this one to 300, this one to 400, 400, 400, 500, 600, 800, and maybe we'll try and go 1.5 or 1.7k today. Just see how I feel. I'm just taking each run as it comes with no expectations. Obviously accumulating running over time without the full impact of a full run, because we ain't in a rush over here. So it's now 6:15. I feel like I've taken longer because I'm talking. So let's go and get this done. So we are on 2.3k. I've done my 200s, 300s, 400s. Next we're gonna go to 500s. And then I think it goes 800, and then a long dash at the end to see what we've got in the tank. So yeah, it feels okay. It's interesting. Obviously my fitness is through the ground, nowhere obviously near where, if you check out my previous YouTube, where it was. But I'm learning to let my ego go and just say, like, there's literally nothing that I can do about the fitness, like literally nothing. It is what it is. So I'm just really trying to enjoy and embrace, almost like back where I was maybe 6 to 8 months into my journey, when my fitness levels were pretty poor, heart rate was quite high, but I was just enjoying the process of the unknown. So we're back there, and it's a really hard thing to do when you've been injured, and you've got previous record of some pretty decent marathon times, but I can hold myself in that space, or I can enjoy this new one. So yeah, we're just here turning up in the new space, doing our best to enjoy what is, and have the opportunity to do it again, and hopefully better. As I do always have, very ambitious mindset. Just trying to hold myself back on that at the minute. So yeah, no agenda, no expectations. So let's go get another interval in. Let's get 500 meters. Let's go. So I'm doing like a short run, and we're not working on heart rate at the minute. Reason being is obviously my aerobic fitness is pretty much next to none, and if I try and tap into my aerobic economically, I wouldn't be running with like my best form, because my body wants to naturally run about 540, 545. Sorry, there's peacocks here. It wants to run naturally about 545, so we're just running like what feels comfortable, and then when I can consistently run blocks again and I'm like out of the injury, I then focus on my heart rate. But right now, just trying to allow myself to enjoy this as well, because obviously we're heading on to a year for the injury, so it's just really nice to be able to get out and run, to be honest with you, even if I can't breathe very well. So God, this is turning out to be a really nice run. That little section there just felt like I was back, like just cruising 5:30 pace. Obviously heart rate's very different to where it was previously at 5:30, but I need to stop referencing back, like it's just such an automatic habit. That just felt nice, like running form feels really good. Yeah, it feels really nice. This is like the first time I think I've actually ever got excited, and like almost like allowed myself to get excited. It's been a really interesting psychological process. Yeah, I can't stop smiling. You picked a good day, guys, to watch this, because this is the first time I've really and truly felt this enjoyment. So yeah, what a privilege. Buzzing. Let's go. We've got a couple more to go. Got a big one at the end. It really sucks, a big one. I found it really hard the other day, so let's give it a go. So just in the last interval, my heart is raging. We've gone 1 kilometre,
unscathed. So just gonna see how it feels in half a kilometre and then make a determination. I'm gonna carry on, I can't breathe. Oh my god, the feeling. 5-minute K, heart rate raging, out on the road. I love running so much. Let's stop there. Oh no, I really broke the rules. I don't often break the rules, I'll tell you that, but I just did then. What heart rate? That was amazing. I'm not supposed to run that fast, I don't think. Well, there weren't no rules, but oh, it just felt so good. Felt so good. I'm just stopping. I don't know if it's in my head, but I feel like I can feel. Can I still do this way? Oh, I got my arms aching. I feel like I can feel a little tweak in my back, but it's probably just psychological. I feel like when you're recovering from injury, everything's psychological. Like it's almost like you're making it up because you felt it for so long. It's just your brain's like natural response of like, you still feel it. So just trying to push past that bit at the minute. I can't hold this phone. Give me a minute. My arm. That'll do. Still recording. Yeah, that is it. I'm gonna walk back now. Got about a kilometre to walk, which is quite nice. I've always been trying to walk after as well, just to let any sort of I can't speak. Oh my god, just to flush out the muscle, just to make sure I'm not sitting down straight away after. Yeah, I don't know what I'm feeling in my back. I will feel something, but I think it's okay. It's okay. Probably pushed it a little bit too hard, but sometimes you don't know if your limits to find them. So either I'll have a massive learning lesson from that, doing that last bit too fast, or it'll be fine. So either way, we'll have an outcome. And yeah, I don't normally suggest to push too hard, but I don't often. If you've watched my videos, I'm very good at sticking to the plan, but I think I just needed that after 10 months. I just needed it. So that's it, guys. I'm waffling now. I'm gonna go have a shower, eat my breakfast. Thank you so much.